Okay, Abusia, Kevin Taylor Ababe drop a hot expose against a Chief Justice ne baba Abusia enye asam keto akrana Abusia expose no den na ewo expose mo illegal contractor Chief Justice Edman ba ewo sa judicial service wa abusia afei ene chese Kevin Taylor a chese owo international media aba eden ho nsem aba betuja Kevin Taylor chese sa contract no Chief Justice Torkonoo ama obi bia ho kwan se ombede chese ne ba ne nko a ene chese obede edemano na obi after se ne ba ne bede sa contract no wa ama obi bia ho kwan Ghana ni bia ho kwan na Chief Justice Torkonoo no Kevin Taylor say onye obia se yesan so mane ekokotena Supreme Court na oye obia maame no oye criminal na say ne illegal crimes are why no ewo sa judicial service no enye asam ketwa enti Kevin Taylor a drop document na attach with ne expose na or the buy no yes mumremo yenko na yenko tie ensema Kevin Taylor edi etuja medamase
now amount for can bebre it's time to do the story efa a year osono maame because osono maame it's got to do with a year the suspended Chief Justice Madam Torkonoo. There are so many people making noise about Madam Torkonoo's suspension. And debia kanwa ha obia ni Ghana obetumi de emra ahye ono ankasa ne nsa including the President of the Republic say obia sebio emra yenam emra kwan so eyi no say ombedi Ghana dwumadie bi President Krampo entumi emfa ono ane pe enkasa mapam no e kire President no etie ofa emra kwan so the President needs to work within the law before even bibi sa Krampo betumi esi. It is not that easy for anyone to just get up and say, oh, Mr. President, you hate the Chief Justice, so get rid of the Chief Justice. It doesn't work like that. That is why all these weeks, and our months here, I can say, nobody has been able to come out from the NPP or whoever is against the suspension of the Chief Justice, say the Chief Justice, basically what the President is doing is against the law. Because the President of the Republic, John Dramani Mahama, every single step he's taking, we're making sure that Constitution na we di saimra so. Enti people should understand say bibia nkoka bibia bibi nka bibi. Now a lot of people have made arguments. Adentina Chief Justice no Adentina in Sembien there's nothing. She's done nothing wrong. At the end of why some people try to play everything down. Omo person bibia looking so simple. But the petitioners no omo petition a petition a year the President, there are a lot of things that the petitioners brought up. In fact, tonight, I'm going to show you some of the things the Chief Justice did and why, as Ghanaians, we should be worried. And if she is not the Chief Justice today or she has been suspended, majority of you guys shouldn't be complaining. The Chief Justice, Madam Torkonoo, abused her office. She actually abused. And you see, something called conflict of interest is very dangerous. It is next to nepotism. You see, the root of corruption is conflict of interest. Say the juma di amount na say o position bi na say sa position na wo no o abuse sa position no ebia sa position no o de sa position ye nyome bia ebe favor wo ho ana e favor wo ba. Sometimes the crampo no you don't have to be directly involved in that act, but you being in that position alone, you need to have that that authority to stop anything. Int'l obi disa John Mahama, waka say na aban mu, on person ne ba ebeji contract, on person ne ba any aban ebe edwuma bia, on person ne bushani bia eba be aban edwuma, because he knows say even though no omo the right to also go seek for their contract, the position as the President, his son today say the contract ebia 10,000 Ghana Emma John Mahama ba. Every single MPP member or Ghanaians, we all will say hey, because John Mahama position or no, sa position alone, it can influence that process. You don't underestimate a conflict of interest. And when people start to complain about amount for positions, omo edi nyomebia. Now, Madam Torkonoo, your friend aka Osono Maame, so many things AC. And then me betcha idea ba kubi. Oma ya no muye dede say, Madam Torkonoo nyehwe, Madam Torkonoo nyehwe. We a regular Ghanaian like myself. Right? Now, Monsha Adiebi. Now, this company, your friend company way, and I want you to follow this conversation very well. Very important to me. The bachelor company be. Company way, you register company way 2019. A dinner your friend company, we have Design 37 Limited. Design 37 Limited. I'm going to take my time today and a Friday. Say, it's enough. There are a lot of stories we need to do, but I'm going to take my time for us to do this story. It's got to do with a Chief Justice who has been suspended. Now, a company where you registered in 2019. Mr. P, Mr. S, team. All right. Now, interior design and furniture designs. Now, a company way, we are some interior designing. We be a friend of furniture designs. Now, OSHA registration number now is CS0984222019. You see, on this platform, the reason why we have millions of Ghanaians watching us every single day is because Asemia Bekimbia, we back it with facts. And today we are doing another story on Madam Torkonoo, and we want Ghanaians to understand the reason why majority of Ghanaians listen to this platform. Make sure the reason why Madam Torkonoo, she's not supposed to come back as the CJ of Ghana. She's not. Now, company way, you registered in 2019. We should address the shower house number BAE 2920 near the place, 16th Street, Bashona. I want to register a company, no. Now, so Oko company no more. Oma company no eyo mudia and our directors of the company. So share document I made sure we are company 2. You will see this. Mami and large na obia hu bi sene be ya enye te se me nkwa na mehwe. When omo directors of the company no. Your Adam Sarah Amega Torkonoo or ye Ghanaian director marketing. Adam Sarah Amega Torkonoo or no director marketing. Sa company ne registered in 2019. And ye wo eye Serum Francis Afi Torkonoo or also a director and designer. Serum Francis Afi Torkonoo or no see a director and designer. And ye wo Serum Francis Afi Torkonoo or say a secretary and designer. Inti company no, the director and the secretary no, one person, your friend is Serum Francis Afi Torkonoo. And the marketing director no, your friend no, Adam Sarah Amega Torkonoo. Now, so company name you registered in 2019. Right now, Mamwati ase omo directors of the company. Nipa na mabo mudini nyina, you heard it. Now, Mamencho Adebi, a company. Sa company way, obebusa say e dia na omo ye. Sa company way say omo beye edwuma bi ama Ghana. Now, omo je contract every the judicial services war. Contract and saying omo say omo ba be refurbish judicial services no, omo see new lounge, any omo library, omo be refurbish no. Now, a dear medical owner, make a just say the owner of the company. Serum. This Serum lady Onye. This one is called Serum. So she is the owner of the company. Serum Frances Afi Torkonoo. She is the daughter of the suspended Chief Justice. Company now make a lady way dear. This lady or the daughter of Chief Justice Madam Torkonoo neba. Company name no. The owner of the company, this lady, her name is Siram. She is the daughter of Madam Torkonoo. This company I'm talking about, the Judicial Service, Madam Torkonoo no, they gave this lady's company a contract. Now the contract was to fix the Judicial Library, build a lounge and decorate the lounge for the Judicial Services. Int'l, we have established, sir, this company was actually registered in 2019. It belongs to the Chief Justice's daughter. The Chief Justice's daughter and on the company, at the end of the day, the Judicial Services Sa company, contract to decorate the Judicial Library and also build a new lounge or redecorate a new lounge for the judiciary. Now remember, Siram, the daughter of the Chief Justice, Torkonoo, Madam Araba Torkonoo, Nebabani. That's her daughter. Now, what are some of the items? Girl way company and a lady way company. Enya contracts na or say, or they ba eba bedeng, or they eba be renovate the Judicial Library and also the lounge for the judiciary. Remember, her mother is the Chief Justice. Time we win the contract, we know none of my men Chief Justice. Now, these are some of the items onya contract no or say or toya or the ebedeng or the bedi jumano. Int'l so share some of the items they be near. Now share items na. Bidin can remember contract so, but I'm going to show you how the whole thing went down. Oto judges reading room or renovate oto akonya bako 3,000 Ghana cedis. Oto or desk oto be 1,900. Sorry, I hope maybe I'm getting it wrong. Oto be 24,000. Or say lounge in Kunjani be 240 million old Ghana. And now oto nyamani be 42,000. Or say a Kunja basic lounge war. Oto desktop computers be 23,000 Ghana, 230 million old Ghana. Int'l, these are some of the things contract or state say obeto edia renovate the judges lounge and also the library, the Judicial Library. And remember, contract where we win and a Chief Justice. Now oshe flower pot be or the car ne contract no or say obeto edia renovation or to ebi 1,900 Ghana to Ghana 19 million. Oto bibi to say in Kunyabi and also to be 6,500 Ghana, 65 million old Ghana. Oto tables be 32,000. Bibi to say curtains, blinds, or to be 7,000, that is 70 million old Ghana. Any a whole lot of things or say na obey you see day I change the face of the judiciary or my library, any their lounge. Now, you will be publishing on our site, loudsilencenews.com, and also on our Facebook page. Now let's go into the wagon. I know, Mr. S. I'll go in there. Remember, sir, contract na a lady way, the Chief Justice, no contract na demand a restrictive tendering. And I say, because a restrictive tendering yama obia kwan emanang ambede. Contract am de betchero no. Unya who cost a contract in a sum, total sum. You don't have it. You have no idea. I'm going to show you. But I want you to understand, say, Madam Torkonoo no ne baba serum we no. Yeah, man, the contract no na a restrictive tendering. Meaning, yama obia who kwan say ombede for that contract. Technically, your friend no. And on kwa buy and a tamusika man is a contract. So Obiweka say onya priority, onya special treatment. Nema mean the Chief Justice and the contract we restrictive tendering. Into obiana na mpre ho. Ayo no kwa She is the only person they gave the contract to. These are some of the reasons why I say Madam Torkonoo should not come back to the Supreme Court. She needs to understand. If she doesn't, there are a lot of damage. Now, my uncle into the contract. Now, these contracts are quite interesting. Team. Now, my team is saying I should read restrictive tendering as a tre and so you move forward. I guess this is the only story we are doing today. Now, you guys are restrictive tendering as a tre saying this is restrictive tendering. Restricted tendering is procurement limits. Restricted tendering in procurement limits the competition to a select group of suppliers, contractors, or service providers, unlike open tendering. This method is used when the procurement subject is highly specialized, requiring only a few qualified bidders, or when evaluating a large number of bids would be disproportionately expensive. It's also known as limited bidding or selective tendering. So, when they say restricted tendering, it means say it is limited to a few people, and in some instances, they have to be experts, people who have the required knowledge. Our expertise exceptional, and sa contract restrictive tendering. Just say. Ye biema nipa kakra bi anasa sometime krampo no ye mbie kura ma nipa bebre ye biema company ba akopɛ. It means say answer this side remember sa company no na sa company no edwuma no omu nim edwuma no omu experience no. In fact, company bia entumi mma embe den enne omu be compete for that contract because omu expertise di omu nim no. About 90% of the companies are competing in Inti yebese chirewase e no ka ho de this contract we ema Madam Torkonoo ba serum. Now, yanko into the contract. Follow the documents very well. Now, OSHA document where a screen, so let me enlarge it because it's always good when you can see what I am reading. This is a letter. Design 37 Limited. Enya free judicial services. Now, redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge. In the contract, they say, "Obe designing a judicial library na wasai create a new judges lounge." Intuition letter na we forward herewith our bid into letter way na Madam Torkonoo ba etro edekoma the judicial secretary say omo bid for this contract say omo be redesigning the judicial library and also omo be recreating a new judges lounge. Madam Torkonoo chief justice no ne ba no etro letter say contract bi ono na obetuma ye no otra command Madam Torkonoo office say sa contract no wa bid for contract no. We forward herewith our bid for the above tender for your consideration. Having examined the tender documents, the receipt of which is hereby duly acknowledged, we the undersigned offer to redesign. I'm sorry, let me take this again. This is quite faint. Now, Uridia Seneka, we forward herewith our bid for the above tender for your consideration. Having examined the tender documents, the receipt of which is hereby duly acknowledged. We, the undersigned, offer to redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge in conformity with the said tender document for the sum of grand total for redesigning of judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge, including 2 years warranty, 456,456 Ghana. Now, Madam Torkonoo Baba no extra letter. Basically, catch Madam Torkonoo office say, omo di omo bed abromo, omo don bed atum say, omo be redesigning the library for the judiciary and also a lounge. Now, sika omo say omo de ba sa contract no, 456,000. Titigana sika no, 4 billion. And na ode ba be renovate library no, na omaye some lounge be ediama judges no. Int'l letter way free Madam Torkonoo back company ba your friend Serium company ultra letter way ediakwa ediakoma the judicial secretary. Do you remember the judicial secretary? She is the lady Madam Torkonoo suggested me Akuffo say on Fanenko Supreme Court. That is the lady recently or resigning here as the judicial secretary. Let me show you her picture. It's Madam Torkonoo Bano. She is writing this letter to the judicial secretary or yet the secretary to Nemame. This woman. Int'l letter na Torkonoo ba Etrono or trakoma Madam Torkonoo secretary. Say contract way contract intimu nhwemu na momfama ye. Na ni nyina be cost 456,000. Titigana sikano 4.5 billion. This is the woman. Maami we ena Torkonoo ba no etro letter na koma no sa time no na judicial secretary. This woman. On say recently Madam Torkonoo called suspension on also can say we are resigning. This woman. Syria Pamela Quarantine. Time and now Madam Torkonoo ba etro letter we Akroma judicial services no. Ordinary the secretary to the Chief Justice. Judicial secretary no onye we resign and say the madam called suspension on also are resigning. Into the banitro letter no, the letter was directed to this lady. Say, ya the bed atum, ya pesi renovate library no, and library renovate, ya pesi ya lounge account, ni nyina be cost Titigana sikano almost 5 billion. Okay. Let's go back to the letter. Now, Usha letter na. I wasn't done reading the letter. Usha letter ni here. We state amount of money omube here EDIS contract no. Where Madam we are talking about conflict of interest. The reason why some people are making noise here because Madam Torkonoo is not supposed to come back to the Supreme Court. Now, who read the letter? We undertake, if our bid is accepted, to deliver the goods and services in accordance with the delivery schedule specified in the schedule of requirement. Or see, someone a bid way too ma into letter way or throw Akroma judicial secretary. Sa time no na oye ne maame secretary. Say mo the bid way maya. You be make sure say ejuma no you be ne pepepe. Oba say wa or say thank you for inviting us to take part in the above mentioned bid. Into judicial secretary no judicial services no and we invite you almost form bid in betum. And omo bid kotumu. And how much a bid no for renovation and also the lounge, is going to cost old Ghana, no 5 billion. Where Madam Torkonoo, the Chief Justice Neba, Serium Torkonoo, and the bid at I'm an army office, and DNC. Team, stay with me. So, uko the correspondence are. Or the letter will come out judicial secretary, obviously or definitely the judicial secretary would tell the boss because the judicial secretary cannot take that decision alone. It means she has to go and discuss it with the Chief Justice because the Chief Justice is the head of the judiciary. And who was the Chief Justice? The Chief Justice then was the lady who was saying, give me the contract and the Chief Justice. So do you think, say, sa contract, Syriam will not get it because what shall let Akroma maame and wakacha me maame say ma make deal of 4.5 billion old Ghana. Now, Osha the SCHRA, this is what happened after. Now, so check a document where let me enlarge it. Now, because you've been because Kevin Taylor or that Ghana for. So on the 17th of October, September, 2024. September, October, November, December, naka 4 months, ema yako twaba. Naka 4 months, ema yako twaba, ena Madam Torkonoo ba, starte a bede for this contract. Naka 4 months, ne yako twaba. Now, uridi a memorandum to judicial service. Letter ninye. The procurement authority, judicial service, no, forward day. Sa letter no de comma procurement, director of procurement. And technically, judicial service for sa bid no, and de comma procurement. That means, omashe obane bid him, Chief Justice ne ba bid no, and forward de comma director of procurement. Inti forward call procurement authority. Now, again a procurement authority extra buy. Almost J bid no document no again no muhuye. This is the response from the procurement authority. Memorandum. Recommendation for award of contract, redesigning of the judicial services libraries, and creation of the judges lounge. 17 September 2024. Again a procurement kaye. Your ladyship, we refer to the Public Procurement Authority approval for the use of restricted tendering method for the redesigning of the judicial services libraries and creation of judges lounge. The procurement authority say, oh, Madam Ladyship, letter at the Chief Justice. So, Madam Chief Justice, in fact, ya approve. Company and why they are Madam Torkonoo ba edia. September 17th, 2024. And a procurement to Trobeka a Chief Justice through the Judicial Secretary say they have approved the contract. Now, the procurement department has completed the process. Messiah Design 37 Limited has been recommended by the panel for consideration for contract award in a sum of 456,456 Ghana, including taxes. Respectfully, find attached evaluation report and the award of contract letter for consideration. When the signing here, Austin Evans Kanyoke. It's letter de buy no. Bid ne beka ne ma mensano. And for the call procurement and a procurement on the 17th of September, 4 months to election, approve almost 5 billion old Ghana cedis contract at the Madam Torkonoo ba. So unquire the library renovation and renovate or redo a lounge for judges. Almost 5 billion. 4 months to elections. Can she do that? So you now understand why Afenyo Marking is backing a lot. There's a lot in there. There's so many things going on and you have no idea. Now, did it end there? No. Yenya butre obiam follow me. Gidi gidi nimo. Ye chere Ghana for the reason why Chief Justice Madam Torkonoo is not supposed to come back to the Supreme Court. Never. This is clear, just a conflict of interest. You cannot. Moses Same Jemfi Akoche Onwanisika 800 Ghana. We show obi Akroma man 800 Ghana. Bone yatiase. Yatiase Same Jemfi made a mistake. Why bone? Yakasa nenim. Chief Justice the contract man baba. For almost 5 billion Ghana cedis. What to work out them say? Minjai we the man can want them. Same Jemfi ko ne ye no koshia obi no wache niska. And you say Oya ban mu nipa ane the position no edi sen ko yesade no obedwom ye nyina ya kanenim ana meboa ya sori ebie ye to ye mfa mienu we compare ne hwe den ko so ko jail in there. But I don't want to go there. I'm asking you a simple question. Enti omuchiro letter no every year procurement no procurement so they reply by say ya jatum. In fact contract na ye almost 5 billion mo mfa Madam Torkonoo ba Syriam. Okay, Yanko Yenim, what happened next? Now, the managing director on the same 17th now, don't get this wrong. I'm sure idea. On say, she letter away. Letter na free procurement wo buy na omo approve letter no on the 17th September no. The same day. Another letter came through now here. So on the 17th of September 2024, and a procurement for the letter by say contract ya hwehwem ya de amano. Madam Torkonoo ba na ya de amano. That's cool. Now here. On the same day, the 17th of September, the same 17th of September 2024, something happened. I'm sure idea. Let me move it up. There is a letter. The managing director, Design 37 Limited. Award of contract, redesigning of the judicial services libraries and creation of the judges lounge. The judicial secretary to Madam Torkonoo actually wrote a letter the same day to Madam Torkonoo Bano, telling her, say, yenya response a free procurement. Today, they are writing the letter to Madam Torkonoo Bano. What did they write in the judicial service? Letter Omochro Koma Torkonoo Ba. Procurement approval on the 17th of September. The same 17th of September, Madam Torkonoo Jinaso MHO letter command Bano. Letter away free judicial services. PDWKS 3524. Dear no letter. Let's read what they wrote in the letter. Letter Omuchro Koma Madam Torkonoo Bano company no. Technically, Omuchro Koma Torkonoo Bano. This is to notify you that your quotation dated 5th September 2024 for the redesigning of the judicial services libraries and the creation of the judges lounge has been accepted. Almost say, all bid now the buy on the 5th of September. Remember, Madam Torkonoo Basiram, the company now your friend, Design 37 Limited, no, bid, no, the command judicial services are head on the 5th of September. On the 17th of September, and procurement approve the same 17th of September, and judicial services led by Madam Torkonoo through her secretary wrote to Madam Torkonoo's daughter, say, your letter you submitted on the 5th, the bid, it has been approved. This is to notify you that your quotation dated 5th September 2024 for the redesigning of judicial services, libraries, and creation of the judges lounge has been accepted. Consequently, you are requested to carry out the redesigning works based on the attached priced bill of quantities and scope of works. 2. This letter is coming from Madam Torkonoo's office to Neba Company that you have been given 5 billion, almost 5 billion contracts. September 17th, aka 4 months near Tuaba. Now, second point, this is what it says. This is technology. The total contract price is 460,456 Ghana cedis, including taxes. Almost 30 the contract sum, total sum, almost 4.6 billion old Ghana cedis. Yadama Madam Torkonoo ba. Nema me sa actual letter man say yajo contract na tun. Point 3. You are to proceed with the necessary action for the execution of the contract within 4 weeks in accordance with the specifications agreed upon. Payment will be made after satisfactory completion and certification of work done. Okay, point 3 now. Almost say a year payment no obubetua after Madam Torkonoo ba no aye contract na wie. Point 3 no almost say specifications omo dia man no sikana eye almost 5 billion no oye contract ni nyina wie ombetam sikana ma no. So there's also another twist there. Did she complete the job? Has she completed the job? has she been paid? Was she paid after the job? Or she was paid after the job? Because we want to know, was she paid after the job was done, or she was paid before the job was done? Because point 3, as stated, you are to proceed with the necessary actions for the execution of the contract within 4 weeks in accordance with the specification agreed upon. Payments will be made after satisfactory completion and certification works done. Int'l, they wanted to make sure certifications and completion and everything is done before payment is done. The question is, was all these things done before payment was done? Who is this? It's funny. Now, Yanko point 4. By a copy of this letter, the manager, Law Court Complex, and the director, estates are to provide the needed assistance for the execution of the works. Please ensure that the works are executed within the agreed scope and report on same following completion of works. In terms of culture, no, making sure say you not the 4 weeks are 1 month. What the 1 month? Yes, renovation, redesigning of the libraries. So just redesign the libraries. Table way see where the coffee table see books way fakoshaha. Na redesign the lounge 4.6 billion old Ghana. Redesigning and you're building a new library. You see, redesign the library and a lounge. Baby, I judge for me to din no kind book be obi anye dede ebi omo pe coffee kakra no manom eno na ye almost 5 billion a redesign. Me cham the reason why Madam Torkonoo say anka or legitimate and or kanu kra anka so resign kra ansa na committee we atrase on kanu kra nti na oda ho nam ho so ope court akono. She's a liar. She did a lot of damage. And she covered up a lot of things. Now, point 5. Please note that a revised work plan for the execution of the project is to be submitted to the undersigned through the director estate before commencement of work. So, Ushanipa or signing sa letter we are Justice Sarah Pamela C.A. Quarantine, Judicial Secretary to the Chief Justice. Then, I am Madam Torkonoo. This woman used to be the former girlfriend of Akuffo. She used to date Akuffo. The former Judicial Secretary, Pamela. He used to date Nana Addo Dankwa Akuffo. Then former girlfriend, and the Judicial Services or a Judicial Secretary to Madam Torkonoo. So Madam Torkonoo writes a letter through her secretary to her daughter that we have given you a contract. I have given you a contract. Make sure 4 weeks you do the contract. This is 4 months to election. We were struggling to get money to feed women. Ghana. The dollar was almost 18. The government, they were telling us COVID-19, Russia, Ukraine. They were giving Madam Torkonoo's daughter almost 5 billion to redesign libraries. Did it end there? No. Let's move forward. Because end of Friday. Now let's go to the next thing that happened. Team, are you still with me? Obiati asye. Saani ebe no. Ebe ne kakran kakra. Obiabeti asye o Ghana. Now, after Madam Torkonoo office ankasa cho letter command the base contract the amount almost 5 billion fano. This is what happened. Now, Madam Torkonoo bano in less than a month, you catch and say, Onya Jumani Nyenwe until in some fruit onya bibia. In less than a month, she's back demanding for money. Now, Uridia, she actually wrote a serum, the company a friend Design 37 Limited. they actually wrote the judicial secretary to be sent to her mother, Sadieng, and this was received on the 25th of October. Remember, the last letter, omode endorse and I say omoje contract is 17th September. This letter from Serum to her mother, the Chief Justice, through the Judicial Secretary, it was received on the 25th of October. Request for payment for redesign of the Judicial Service Libraries and Judges Lounge. Because just say MPP is dangerous. How can you say I Kennedy Japan Bawumia Obodam MPP? So I read the party no. We have no idea. These are for what you say. Dina me anybody for kakana twi na obi ate na ade akya kwase bi nkojina TikTok Kevin Taylor and ntina me yes because me pese kwase bi kwa kojina TikTok abedi matem be nkrata ba na menya time na me sa kenkan akirikirem mo MPP for kwase afo na mo nko school no mo mu bi muntie me. Now request for payment afei na ne ba no giska mo ma me do. Are they going to pay her? Let's see. I hope this letter finds you well. I am humbly writing on behalf of Design 37 to formally request for the payment of 456,456 Ghana for the redesign of Judicial Services Library, Law Court Complex Libraries, and the Judges Lounge, which has been approved. So now, Akroma, on your contract, no. But in less than a month, Wababak say, you approve the contract, pay me the money. Or instructing the mame through the secretary that my contract has been approved by my mother through the procurement, and it came back to my mother, and my mother told me that it has been approved. Now I am back. Pay me the money. The project has been planned to meet all required guidelines and budget. We are confident that with the timely disbursement of funds, we will be able to complete. Listen. Letter way free. Madam Torkonoo Banho, Serum Company no. In the letter, your trophy judicial secretary office, Nema Metroman say, this contract needs to be completed in 4 weeks before you are paid. Now, Akroma catch Nema say, through the judicial secretary say, the project has been planned to meet all required guidelines and budget. We are confident that with the timely disbursement of funds, we will be able to complete the outlined objectives. Or see, contract today and Saka, by a catch them say, Sani and Mokayano, said you might deal with your bet my contract to 10 minutes in the Naswa. I was a Sikana ba. Says Sikana ma. And ya dear you bet to me aye a juma we it was ye. Meaning they are asking for the money. Are they going to pay her? Her mother is the Chief Justice Torkonoo. Are they going to pay Torkonoo's daughter the money? There are people who did jobs for the government, road contractors for 8 years. They were not paid. Some died. Madam Torkonoo's daughter put a bid in less than 2 weeks. It's been approved. Or say, pay me the money now so that I can do the job. What shall let Akroma through the judicial secretary. Now, please let us know if there are any additional documents or information required to expedite the process. Thank you for your attention and support. We look forward to your favorable response and to the continued collaboration on this important initiative. Yours sincerely, K.A. Ketali Abdullah, Secretary, Administrator, Design 37 Limited. So Torkonoo ba etumi letter command ma say be contract. Na ne maame afo de procurement. Na procurement for aba say agiatum. Na ne maame aka say approve. Na ne bana sa aka che de maame say yiska. Hey Ghana. This is the Chief Justice I'm talking about too. Madam Torkonoo. Obi to say adentina ye tata Torkonoo. Udim the Torkonoo aye. Ya say some je fia ko eyi na wako share obi na wama ni sika. Ye ntia fine. Maybe the judgment there was wrong. Ye fan compare we. I'm not here to justify some Jemfi's actions. I don't want a problem. He can go and drink poison. I don't want a problem. But I'm making you understand to be a Ghana tier. Now, did it end there? Let's see. P34 Swami 4. I hope say every single person is following what we are doing.
Okay, abusuya we ne ensema ekoso e political highway so aye Kevin Taylor and a yetsenenka or drop it expose hot left center right enye asam ketwa kra Chief Justice Torkonoo contractor or the amane ba abusuya echese ensem bebre ewo ho illegally Chief Justice ono protect law no sa ono no law no o busokura embrano on fanya adwuma e wo Ghana ha yebrama se moje pene kokoti sa audio we e de emai aha POG Media so medama se